Hi everyone, this is Diane. I just wanted to let you know what I'll be working on next. I got my pages coffee dyed and prepped and folded into signatures, and I even started decorating a little bit today. But for my design team project for the old design shop, I am using a vintage ephemera kit with dining images. And so I'm using cookbooks to make these journals. So these are the pieces from the kit. They're not pages, they are just ephemera pieces. So I get to have fun making my pages and stuff. So these are the cookbooks I'm using. Elizabeth David Classics. This is not a vintage book, but it's beautiful. I loved this cover when I bought the book. And I like the, I'm sorry, I was just yawning, I'm so tired. I like the end papers, so I'll leave those intact. And the other book is Cook, My Darling Daughter by Mildred Knopf. And my daughter wanted to point out that how important, what is it called? Apostrophes. What are they? Oh, I told you I was tired. Periods, apostrophes, exclamation points, all that stuff. How important it is. Because without that, it would be Cook, My Darling Daughter. And that would not be nice. Anyway. Oh, my brain is dead. So look at the pretty illustrations on this. This is a vintage book and I don't know the year. But anyway, and it's in good shape, so I get to keep the spine on this one too. So you guys, I have so much recipe stuff. I have a lot of cookbooks. I have scrapbook papers. I have vintage recipes. I have so much stuff for cookbooks that it's kind of overwhelming when I go to make a journal for it, because there's just too much stuff. So what I did was I went through my things and selected papers and recipes and cookbooks and things that I could pull from and left the rest right where it was, so I wouldn't have so much to choose from. So I decided to use this that I've had for quite a while. It's by Carta Bella and it's called Homemade with Love by Karina Gardner. So it's kind of a retro style, and the pages are quite heavy and a little bit textured, and they feel really nice. And there are some stickers too. So I divided those pages up in between the two books, so they'll both get some of the pages. There's a couple other scrapbook pages in here too. So I have 6 signatures that I've started on. There will be 3 signatures in each book. If you just saw my video where I showed Jessica's journal that she made, that I bought, because I loved her collage tabs so much, I made mine. These are not, like the monochrome white that she used, although I love them and I will use them in other journals. I wanted color for this journal. So I chose reds and yellows and blues and things like that to match the covers and the papers. So I did a bunch of little collaged tabs. It's got layers of fabric and lace and ribbons and all kinds of stuff. There'll be cheesecloth in some of them. So I've gotten 2 tabs in each signature. And I just took these Betty Crocker recipe card library cards and punched the corner to round it and sewed them on. Oh, here comes another yawn. And then, because I didn't want to cover this, of course, I sewed this one on the inside. That mint green matches that. So I did what Gail had talked about in a couple of her videos, which was putting together your little fabric collages while you're watching TV. So I did that last night, and I made these little ones, and then I did some larger flips. And this card goes great with this. This is lemon pie. The colors and the image of the pie are just perfect. And I like the colors of this with it too. I had so much fun making these little collages. Usually if I'm doing fabric things, I'm up here at my sewing machine because, you know, that's what you do when you're doing fabric. But I took small containers of my stuff downstairs, and that helped too because I had less to look at. Again, you get overwhelmed if you have too much. Let me just show you some of the other things that I made. So I pinned them together downstairs, and then I could just whip them through the sewing machine today. So I have some small pieces that can just be page decorations or the tabs as I use them today. And then I did some bigger pieces, so this can just be along the side of a page. It could be a tuck spot if I want it to be, if I sew it to some cardstock. Some fabric flips I made. Oops, that doesn't go there. This does. Some cheesecloth. Okay, sewed that upside down because the words are upside down. Or maybe I had it sideways. I don't know. This one was an odd shape and I just left it that way. So it helped. I still have a lot of fabrics. This is a piece of felt here. I still have a lot of fabrics in my little boxes of pieces, but this helped use up some of them. This is a fabric Dolly Dingle paper doll remnant that I had. Love this piece of pink lace. I'm going to go to the movies tonight with my son. Maybe my daughter will go too. She hasn't decided yet. But we're going to go see Captain Marvel. Or as Billy called it, my son, he called it Ms. Marvel. Because it has a female Captain Marvel. And I'm so tired, I'm wondering if I'm going to stay awake for the movie. It's not one I would have picked to go. My husband and I would have gone to see it. I'm sure he loved all the Marvel movies. But my son invited me. I like to go to the movies with my kids, so I'm going to go. Couple weeks, I'm going to go see Dumbo with my daughter and her kids. Can't wait for that. Anyway, you get the point. You don't need to see them all, because I did a lot. This one was a little different. So this was 2 nights of working on clipping these together. I think that was all I wanted to show you in this video. And then I had one more video I wanted to do talking about a book that I read and how it spoke to me. So I'll be back with that. See you in a minute.